of European football. More than 250,000 wanted the 70,000 match tickets, so a terrific atmosphere is guaranteed. Real had a 1-0 lead from the first leg. Our commentator in the Stadio Comunale, Turin, is Brian Moore.
Juventus, a goal down from the first leg in Madrid, have got the great Frenchman Michel Platini at number 10. Michael Laudrup, the brilliant goal scorer for Denmark in the World Cup, in their attack. And in defence, Antonio Cabrini, the captain and just about the best fullback in the business. Real Madrid, what an attacking force they've got with Butragueña, the star for Spain in the World Cup, who scored the only goal of the first leg. Hugo Sanchez, the brilliant Mexican, and George Valdana, a World Cup winner with Argentina. Indeed, he scored one of the goals in that final. The referee is Dieter Pauli of West Germany. So the game gets underway with Real Madrid in an all-blue strip, attacking the goal to our left. Juventus in their famous black and white stripes and white shirts. Cabrini. There's a good break here for Juventus. And over the top. What a terrible miss there by Michael Laudrup. Everything stopped. I thought for a moment the whistle must have gone. And look at the annoyance there of the young Dane. What a glorious opportunity now to put Juventus on level terms on aggregate, having turned his defender, gone inside him, teed up his shot as Buyo, the goalkeeper, came out. What a miss. Gordillo being tracked by Bonini. Blonde number 4. Free kick to Juventus. Mauro. Serena's gone wide on the far side. Mauro. Good skill. And tenacity as well. And this one is there. Yes, it's Cabrini. They've got themselves level with only 9 minutes on. The captain has given the perfect example to his team, Antonio Cabrini, but what great work here by Mauro. Across the face of the goal, the on-rushing Serena had no chance, but here comes Cabrini, possibly in off the goalkeeper, but Juventus lead by a goal to 0. Platini couldn't get to it. Touch through again to Butragueña. Michel coming in also. Butragueña, good save by Tacconi. And little Butragueña there waiting to pounce. You remember him from the World Cup. He was so bright in Spain's attacks. They called him the Vulture. Well, he pulled out a good save from Big Tacconi, the man who's taken over from Dino Zoff. And at the moment, this game really living up to all our expectations. A corner then for Real Madrid, which Gallego will take. And a chance that went there and was allowed to go away. Sanchez coming in late. Could so easily have been 1-1 on the night. Here's Caricula, the sweeper. Serena. Mauro. Laudrup very active up front. Trying to get the ball in again. And Serena well on the turn, and a brilliant save. Stupendous skills there from Serena. And a fine save by Buyo. And here come Real Madrid now with Valdano. Hugo Sanchez. And a foul, and it's going to be a yellow card for Bonini. For the challenge there. Caricula. Platini. Gordillo. Nice play there by Real Madrid, but Serena takes it up now for Juventus, finds his skipper Cabrini. Bonini. Platini. Mauro. Laudrup to Mauro. Serena waiting in the middle. That's a foul, and that's a booking this time for Sanchez. And a right swipe there at the Juventus player. But it cannons off the wall for the corner. Brio at the near post, making life very uncomfortable for those Real Madrid defenders, and particularly for a 5'10" goalkeeper Puyol. But he's still got his fist to it, and Sanchez hooks it away. There was a foul, in fact, on the keeper. The willing Gordillo, who's covered so much ground in this first half as we come back playing time added on, 4 stoppages. Michel. And the ball coming off Brio for the corner. In time added on at the end of the first half. Valdano too high for him. Butraguena now trying to cut it in there. Great save. Right on the stroke of half-time by Tacconi. The Juventus players keep slapping their wrists to tell the referee that time is up for the end of the first half. Well, it was a great save in the dying seconds of this half by Tacconi from Butragueno. And now we have got the half-time whistle, where a goal after only 8 minutes by the Juventus captain Antonio Cabrini gives Juventus a 1-goal lead on the night. So welcome back to the Comunale Stadium here in Turin. With Juventus leading Real Madrid by a goal to nil tonight, 1-1 on aggregates. Serena, Manfredonia. Back again to Boyo. Michel, powerful man in the middle of the field who got through so much work in the first half and gets a second stab at this one. Tries to get it into Butraguena, back to Michel again, on for Butraguena. And a shove in the back, probably gives the free kick. And indeed it's already taken. Manfredonia, the number 8 on it now for Juventus. And then gets a clout in the face. It looked to be accidental there from Michel, but a free kick given to Juventus. Mauro. Brio. Laudrup playing it here for Platini. And this will be Platini again. Headed there for Serena. And the keeper injured. And none too happy with Serena's challenge. He proclaims his innocence. See what the slow motion reveals as Serena comes in, quite legitimately going for that ball, and the Real Madrid keeper flying all over it. Butragueno sold a lovely little dummy there on Favreau, but he was supported by Bonini. Mauro for Juventus. Gallego. Gordillo. Bonini sticking with him, but he's a big, strong man, Gordillo, with a good left foot, this time looking to find Sanchez. There was some real acrobatics there, and a shot just over the top. Brilliant piece of play there in the first place by Hugo Sanchez, and Michel's shot just clearing that Juventus crossbar. Football of the highest technical skill there. But here come Juventus again, and this time Serena's in the clear. Last-ditch play by Salguero. Valdano. Here come Real Madrid again. It's Hugo Sanchez. Good play set up here by Salguero. Here's Butragueno. Play back again for Michel, and again he thunders it over the top, but this time Valdano was offside on the far side. Laudrup with the header. Serena. Hard to shift off a ball is Serena. Laudrup this time finding Bonini. Great little worker in the middle of the field for Juventus. Platini getting rid of Chendo this time. A fierce shot just over. Shots now raining in from both ends. A real long raking shot from way outside the box there from Michel Platini. Goal kick. Butraguena. Sanchez. Sanchez again. Gallego. That was off Laudrup. Cabrini. Salguero, nice skill. Michel. Long ball towards Butraguena. Holding up Curricular well. Now can he set something up here? Gallego with a shot, well saved. And the keeper just got with it. Valdano came in, and the crowd howled. They felt that he went in on the goalkeeper, so did the Juventus defenders. On Tacconi. And Valdano, in fact, gets his name taken. Tacconi held it, lost it. Here comes the Real Madrid number 11, crashing into the keeper, and that was a booking. Manfredonia, strong man from the middle of the field, forcing his way through, and might come for Platini. Turned away beautifully, though, by Buyo. And a substitution to be made. Sereno coming off. Briaschi coming on for Juventus, as we see another fine save there by Buyo. Gallego. Gordillo. Sanchez. Will chip in towards Valdano. Michel shot. Valdano! Brilliant piece of goalkeeping. Noticeable that Rio went straight up to his goalkeeper and gave him a great big kiss on the cheek. Valdano through and tipped away miraculously by Tacconi. And the whistle goes for 90 minutes. And the teams level 1-1 on aggregate after an epic 90 minutes. Well, we rejoined the game here in the Comunale Stadium in Turin. After extra time, there was no further scoring. In point of fact, the pace of the game was reduced a little bit. There were few chances. But, of course, the drama is now heightened almost to breaking point. So it's become to penalties to decide this European Cup tie. 5 penalties for each side, with Hugo Sanchez to go first for Real Madrid against Stefano Tacconi in the Juventus goal. Save! A brilliant save by the Juventus keeper. That's a real hammer blow for the home team. And Tacconi, who'd had a fine game. The penalty was finally struck. And if you think the Italians have a worry about penalties, their sides have not done well in Europe this season. But here's Brio. And that's saved as well. Almost silence around the stadium. Well, Naples have already lost on penalties to Toulouse, as we see this penalty saved. Fiorentina of Italy have lost to Boa Vista of Portugal on penalties. Roma have lost to Zaragoza on penalties all this season, to say nothing of Italy's under-21s losing in the European Championship final to Spain, also on penalties last week. And of course, Roma lost to Liverpool in the European Cup final. So penalties aren't particularly favourable so far as they're concerned. But Triguena now puts Real Madrid 1-0 into the lead. Great relief for him. And Tacconi just with his hand to it. Can Vignola now bring it back to level terms? Quite conclusively. Look at his delight and relief. So that's at 1-1. Level peggings. And that's Leo Beenhakker, the Real Madrid coach. 1-1 on penalties, thanks to Vignola for Juventus. Valdano for Real Madrid against Tacconi of Juventus. A simple one, well taken. So Real have a 2-1 lead on penalties. Tacconi guessed the wrong way. A perfect penalty. Manfredonia, the bulldog from the midfield, now must turn into a penalty goal scorer. Well, that's a serious blow. And now Real Madrid must begin to fancy their chance. Little Juanito. It could be a decisive kick. It wasn't a very well taken penalty, but it's reached the back of the net. And things at this moment looking good for Real Madrid. Here comes the fullback, Luciano Favaro. And he's missed it, and Real Madrid are through. So the nightmare of penalties in Europe continues for Italian clubs as Juventus go out and Real Madrid end an epic night of great skill and drama with victory over Juventus on penalties at the end of extra time.
And didn't it go quiet when Real Madrid scored?